So Simon Shiu, you have the toughest job on HP Lab, security.
It's a tough one, I agree. Yeah.
I was talking with Shane, and I asked him, what's the biggest, not threat, but what's the biggest concern he has every day? And he said security.
Okay.
Okay, so what's your take on it? What's your take on passwords and the future of authentication?
Two different questions in there, because I think what's my take on security? Yeah, it's a challenge in the sense of we're trying to move forward with innovation to get to the blended reality vision of future that we describe. But every time we do innovation, we create more attack surface, and it gets a little easier and more valuable for the attackers to go attack it. Yeah. So I think the problem will grow. So we kind of have to invest to think how are we going to make some of those experiences we described feel safe, feel assured. And so yeah, that's a huge challenge in terms of, and what do I think mostly we can focus on doing about it is looking at, we're an infrastructure company.
Okay.
We do endpoint devices, so I think of us as endpoint infrastructure, and so we see more and more compute and more the value going to the edge.
Okay.
Which is why we say, okay, what do we do about it? We can focus on how we do better security architecture at the edge. So all those computing devices, think how do we make those edge devices more resilient, more safe? Then we can build better solutions on that infrastructure.
And yesterday you talked about not only like securing the different points, but doing it intelligently, resiliently.
Yes,
right?
very much so. And yeah, just to elaborate on that again, that's the kind of notion of, because the sophistication of the attacks are there, we can't go with the mentality of we'll build better protections, because they'll get breached.
Yeah.
And so build a high wall, they'll come over it.
That's the example you did yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll build a wall. Oh, they have a larger ladder. Okay, now we have to build a larger wall.
Exactly. So we have to go beyond that. No, we have to start with we're probably going to get compromised. If we're going to get compromised, we ought to know about it. How do we design the system so that if we're compromised, we know? Okay. And then, so that's about building robust detection, smart detection. But also, if we detect it, what can we do about it? Well, we need to be able to build some mitigations in place. Maybe we can allow good behaviors still to happen that we trust, block some of the bad behaviors. Maybe it restricts the functionality, but at least we can keep business going or functionality going. And at some point, as long as we know, we can think about how we robustly recover fully. So yeah, we have to get into the cycle of how do we make that whole cycle of protect, detect, mitigate, ultimately recover, seamless, feel easy, and so on, and just be efficient. And that's very much, we can do that by doing a lot more at the infrastructure at the edge, and that's where we focus.
HP has I don't know, during the years has invested a lot in fraud detection and anti-piracy and DRM. Do you overlook that part within your business line or not?
I think the primary focus for us is that kind of, how do we do the infrastructure for that, for the blended reality vision. So that's primarily what we look at. We look at other parts of security challenges, but that's the main thing we're looking at.
Okay. Yeah. And last question would be the future of passwords in authentication. What do you think when you talk about ambient technology and hypermobility? What's the future of how you will authenticate with your services and your devices?
So I think the way I think about it is, today when we authenticate, this classic thing is you either have something you know, something you have, or something you are. Yeah. And that some combination of that gets used to say, yep, that's really Simon or whoever. And that there's an interesting ongoing challenge about how we make that seamless and easy to use and secure and safe. I think in the future, we're seeing more and more as you act, digitally, physically, and that gets blended. Okay. It's going to be easier to spot, oh, that's Simon behaving that way, walking that way, gesturing that way. So intuitively to me, that means authentication or identification is going to get easy. Okay. But it's like, there's challenges like, how do I convey intent? Yeah. Did I want to open that door as I walked by it? Okay. Just because it was me. And even more importantly, how do I protect my interests as I go around and all this stuff is being recorded about me so that they can authenticate? Okay. There's a privacy concern. Privacy. So I think the bigger challenge is less how we authenticate and make that seamless, because I think that might start to come easier and easier with some of the technologies. How we navigate that I can authenticate, but hey, we've got to challenge how we share that information to determine the thin line between privacy and functionality. Yes, very much. Yeah, very much. Okay, cool. Thank you. Thank you.